All right, guys. So Harriet, that's a movie that will be coming out November 1st. I just watched the trailer. It looks pretty decent, for the most part. And, the movie is going through a little bit of controversy. I don't know if it's going to be really getting a lot of support from the African American community, but, Cynthia Erivo is a British actor or actress, and she's be playing Harriet Tubman, an African American role. And she, for the most part, they said on based on her tweets, and they pulled it up like back in 2013 that she was saying that she was disrespecting the Adas, African descendants of slaves, just stating, talking about the ghetto American accent. Her accent determines her ability, and just talking about the way that we enunciate words and our pretty much our culture. But I mean, it's really not too much of evidence on her like really being too disrespectful, but I can see where people are coming from, because at the same time as Hollywood and Paramount Pictures and all these big major production companies, movie production companies that they portraying having these different actors, like British actors playing African American roles. And I don't know, they probably went to the auditions and all that stuff, and they just feel like, for the most part, on the budget, they on the time, they need someone who can really fulfill the role and play their part. And Cynthia Erivo, I don't know if she was in the other movies. I'm pretty sure she was. And for the look like on the trailer, it's like she was doing what she was supposed to do. I just pray that this is very be historically accurate, because Harriet Tubman was born in Dorchester County in Maryland, I believe in 1820, and she was the born to like 11 children, man. So they had a big family, man. And Harriet Green, that was her mother. I believe Benjamin Ross was her father. She was married twice, Harriet Tubman was, and she utilized the Holy Spirit. And Holy Spirit was the spiritual guide in the Bible, man. And she pretty much, got really huge inspiration that actually led her to the North Star, and usually do those nice navigations to actually help African Americans escape from the plantations, man. Because Annapolis, Maryland, that was like the turning point, and that was the number one state that African Americans were in. Or I won't say African Americans, just people from Africa, our descendants, man. They landed there, and they was going there and just going to different plantations, like South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Florida, these type of southern states in that particular time, man. But that was pretty much like one of the Commonwealth states. And I think this gonna be a change of history. I mean, yes, we know dearly what she has done in our hearts, to help African Americans escape from slavery. And some of them went, they went to the Underground Railroad, and they went to Mexico. Some of them went to Mexico. A lot of them went up north, to Canada, Michigan, and to really just restart their lives. And also too, I just pray that this movie will go into detail on how the African American church was actually started, because a lot of them became like evangelists. I know Frederick Douglass, he was a Haitian minister as well, when all the slavery escaped, and he was a very educated man. He was free. And churches was really a great way, a spiritual way for Africans to come together and worship God at their own pace. They had their own little spin. That's when we started being very creative, man, just having dances and everything. And it was really appealing to the youth, and that was the birth of HBCUs as well. We really had like meetings there. We actually like, okay, well, they stripped us from our land, they stripped us from our spiritual awareness, but what we're going to do is we're going to turn to God, turn to scriptures, and see what God has says that what we need to do for our generation, man. And they really started their own like Julian Garrisons, man. But Frederick Douglass, African Americans, they came together and created like what's that HBCU? I think, well, Edgar Spelman, Howard University. I mean, Morehouse. I mean, all these things, man. Booker T. Washington was a huge influence, man, with Tuskegee Institute, and that was really great, man. And that really brought our people together, even though they didn't even have all this technology, but they knew that, listen, we're gonna have to sacrifice now, so one day we will become. And they put a lot of things on the line, and I know it's gonna be a lot of action in there too. Some people died along this way, but Harriet Tubman was only just had a rifle, man, and how she got all that training. And that's gonna be kind of interesting how they show plays and display this here in the movie. But this was really great, man. I really will enjoy and watch a Harriet Tubman film. I'm gonna become more of an educated mind, but just watching this trailer, man, I think it's just well written. Well, I'm saying written, but the trailer, it can be misleading at times. We know that, but for the most part, I really think that this is a good start. Maybe hopefully they can do a Hiram Rivers movie. Brill was one of the first African American United States senators, all right, in Alabama, and he started his own church. The church really was a pinnacle, and it's a great foundation of our communities and how we really just come together and help those that are in need. And sometimes, yeah, we got the mega churches, and some of the churches are kind of falling behind from the agenda right now. But for the most part, that was the birth. That was the birth thing, and in the way that she just decided to go out on faith, man, and lead our people into freedom, many people to freedom, because she went on to 13 missions. It's amazing. It's extraordinary. But uh, director, just do what guys want you to do, man. Just showcase this vision. I'm pretty sure the team did his research, the screenwriter, so I'm looking into that as well. But you guys can check that out, man. Yeah, I mean it's all over on Twitter, it's on YouTube. But Samantha Arrivo, I'm not gonna disrespect her. I really don't know too much of her work, but I can see where people are coming from, man. Just maybe the little bit of disrespect from the tweets and stuff, subliminal tweets. But I mean, maybe she felt like the company felt like she was the right person to go in here and play. And we don't know if it's a whole bunch of other African Americans in the time just trying to apply for this, this position, because they was really casting this back in 2018. I want to say last year, yeah, last year in 2018 in September, but they was in going to the works. But it's here and there. But you guys can check out Harriet. I'm definitely gonna check it out November 1st, and it's gonna get my full support. But I mean, I'm trying to like just besides differences, man. We need some more diversity though. But I would love to see more like just people, of color or just black, just going here and just play like the Marcus Garveys, play the well, we already had Michael S. Marcus Garveys, man, playing Sojourner Truth and all these historical figures, man, that really changed the course of our history in America to see where we are today. But here and there, but that's all I gotta say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Just want to do my little 2 cents on that. The trailer looks decent. Tell me if you guys want to like the trailer, or if you guys want to go ahead and see that movie, because I'm gonna do a movie review, definitely, man. So, but yeah, that's all I really have to say. Love you guys. Stay blessed. I'm out. Deuces.